Hey, Gary. Oh, look at that mic. Wow.
How you doing?
That's
We're
fancy.
yeah, it's finally getting some use.
I hear you a lot better.
Well, good, good. Hopefully every we're technically live right now, but I just let everyone know we have a couple more minutes to go here. And I'm waiting to get some confirmation that everyone can hear us on YouTube. Let's see.
I wanted you to notice my new background.
Oh yeah, yeah. Looks nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's pretty fancy there. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we got, let me see here. All right, so some people are asking for the direct link. So
Okay.
I'm just sending that over.
Let me just
Now,
close
yep.
my door.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in my makeshift kiddos bedroom for the
for the event.
Yeah, yeah, and for the week actually, I've been
Oh,
hunkered down here, so it's been
are
it's been
you
pretty
are
nice.
you doing your best to, keep you and your family isolated?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of traveling necessary right now. My wife's pretty stocked up on stuff, and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. How about you all?
Yeah, we're just trying to you know, follow the directive and not we got quite an inventory of mobile homes.
Right.
We're over 20 homes in our inventory, so we're not putting the brakes on buying more right at the moment, but we're only going to probably pursue homes that are a really really good deal, and we can maybe lock them up with just a few $100 or something,
Yeah, yeah. No,
and
that makes
work
sense.
on focus on selling off our inventory.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, that's the different economic situations require a focus on different people and different areas
Yep.
of the business. So
Yep. The attention has to shift a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Well, great. I have you all here. Dan Layton, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, yep. Hear you loud and clear. So
I've got you on my phone because for some reason my computer isn't opening up the Zoom meeting.
okay. All right. No, we can see you fine.
Yeah,
Color's good.
it's actually a better shot, Dan, than your desktop.
It is.
Yeah,
It
this
is.
is that new iPhone 11 Plus, Super Plus, whatever it is. It's
Super duper plus.
yeah.
Well, great. So everybody, this is we're on YouTube Live. So guys, I have Dan Layton, Dan Payton here from Easy Homes University. And so what I wanted to do is just take a moment. It's been a couple weeks since we've really plugged into the customer base here and kind of let you guys know what's going on, especially in light of the coronavirus. Our mobile home's still a good investment in light of economic uncertainty. And I just wanted to get your guys' take for the audience that we have a growing audience that continues to grow daily. So as the subscribers grow, we're just trying to look at different ways to add more value. So I want to start with, if you are a subscriber to Easy Homes University and you haven't yet checked out the free webinar that is going on a pretty regular basis right now, go to easyhomesuniversity.com/webinar. And in fact, we just had a brand new updated version launch about 2-3 weeks ago. So if it's been a while since you've been there, I encourage you to go through. I mean, it's something like 60 minutes of just a lot of information. So just block out. I mean, if you're home, you can't go anywhere, and you're trying to understand a little bit more about mobile home investing, now is a perfect time to just set aside 60 minutes, hour and a half, and just dig into the webinar that Dan Layton did. And you're going to get a ton of value there. And of course, go through our old previous stuff that's here. Some of it's not even that old. So just keep going through it and dive in. Now is a good time to do that. So with that little disclaimer in place, I'd love to give your guys' thoughts. You guys have been in business for over a decade now. You guys have gone through the 2008 stuff that unraveled in the real estate market. So with the experience that you guys have had, let me just start with our mobile home. Is investing and flipping in mobile homes good in different economic and certain situations?
Oh my gosh. It's funny you said that, Gary. Dan and I were on our webinar this morning, and that very question came up from Rodney. He's one of our partners, and he asked us that. He goes, "Hey, what do you think of the climate? Do you think it's a good time to buy? Think our prices will come down?" And my comment was this, and you alluded to the 2008 crash. I said, victory goes to the bold, right? And I asked them, how many of you on this call, me included, knew that in 2008 you could buy Ford stock for $4 a share?
Right.
And I asked, how many of you executed on that? And there was crickets. And by the way, there was crickets coming out of me too. I didn't do it. It's one of those, oh darn, I wish I could go back and do that. Yeah. I think we're in that same type of scenario right now. There's the stock market, there's a great time to buy. A lot of people pull back, kind of put their tails between their legs, took their lickings, and they're just going to hopefully ride it out. Well, the real bold people go buy.
Yeah.
And they buy in a bum market, and it got shifted. Well, guess what? Mobile homes are no different than a stock in a way. We've got 20 plus homes in our inventory right now. We're still buying, because those are like stocks to us. Mm-hmm. We buy them right, and if we don't get them sold for 30, 60 days, guess what? We're going to sell them. We've never been stuck with a home. We're not going to get stuck with a home. Mm-hmm. People get that if they want to sell them, they're going to have to take a little less, more likely, because we don't know when the moratorium is going to come off to be able to move them and set them and all that. So, that's what I shared this morning. And I'd love to hear what my partner has to say about that. I got a feeling I know what he's going to say.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy jittery markets because there's a certain amount of uneasiness and uncertainty out there, and that's to me makes it right for bold investing. And Dan and I, just before we jumped on here, we were talking about some of the fallout that could occur, as a result of this virus, economically, how it could cascade through our economy. But that does create all kinds of opportunities. Not that we want to take advantage of people's misfortune, but we do have to keep going, and we have to keep building our businesses and keep our economy flowing. And we all have to play a part in that. So, don't put your tail between your legs. We're not. Dan and I are. We're going to keep marching forward. And in fact, we're thinking of bigger and bolder things as this year unfolds.
Boy, that's great answers. I mean, I'm reminded that the biggest concentration of millionaires ever in American history came out of the Great Depression. First-time millionaires. So the companies that are foreseeing things know to double down in climates like this, because like you said, there's the other side where things just begin to flourish and you're left with all the inventory because everybody backed out of the market and you had it at, 10 cents to the dollar of what you would have had. So, so for people that are watching this channel, they've been intrigued in mobile home investing, and at this point they're scared. So obviously the first spot to start would be watching some of the videos, but what are some practical things that they can do right now to get them out of that fear mentality? Well,
I would think one thing is, this is a blip. All right. I mean, we get that we've never seen in our lives, at least, something like this. I mean, if there's anybody alive from the early 1900s when that Black Plague came through, or whatever it was that that took hold, but we broke through, and China's starting to break through slowly but surely. We'll come out of this at what time? I don't know, but I'm certain that there's going to be a lot of pent up frustration and buying power that
Mhm.
park owners are going to want to unleash on the market.
Yeah.
There's only a couple ways mobile home park owners make money. One is they raise lot rent, and you can only do that so much in a market, right? Because if I charge 600 and my neighbor charges 5, I'm going to lose some residents. And the second way is, by putting mobile homes on empty slots or spots, and then it becomes an appreciating asset. So the fact that we're being stymied right now just means there's going to be a bull run here, I think, of a lot of pent up frustration. We've been doing this for 14, 15 years, Dan and I, and the summer run, spring run, summer runs are always hot. And I think with these buyers they're going to want to move. And of course, those people who want to sell, it's an unprecedented time. Darn near 0% financing on a new home. Are you kidding me? If there's ever been a great time to move, it's now. So it's kind of the perfect storm. I'm looking forward to it. And, I'm encouraging people watching this just to take a step of, leap of faith and recognizing that, some people got caught with their, what down, they rented their JOBs and all of a sudden they're working at home, they're laid off, they're on unemployment. And they're like, wow, I thought I had it secure.
Right.
Well, this is an opportunity to look at something else that might give you a little more stability, calling your own shots, by making your own path and getting coached by 2 guys that have done it and are doing it still right now.
Yeah. And to that point, the investment required, you go over this in the webinar, the investment required to get into this market, the barrier of entry, that bar of entering into the market is so much lower than your stick-built traditional home investing. You have that on one side. The other side is, as we see leads that come in, I'm part of the lead program for Easy Home. So you see some of the reasons that people are selling are, for instance, one that came in this morning, somebody is moving in with their significant other, right? So there's going to be people consolidating, moving out for economical reasons. And then one that came in last night was somebody was buying a new house, to your point, 0% down. So you're getting the spectrum of people moving out. Then you're going to have people that are wanting to move in to mobile homes because of the same economic reasons that people are moving out, but the opposite side.
There's a tremendous amount of, I think we'll see some more movement in terms of people taking advantage of, better interest rates. And so we might see a buying, maybe not a frenzy, but a buying increase of stick-built homes, meaning they have to sell their mobile home and get out from under that one. We're still dealing with sellers now who had already made plans to buy their next home. This virus didn't put a stop on those plans. It might put them on pause for a moment or two, but they're still going forward. One of the number one reasons people sell their mobile homes is because they're purchasing a new home. I think that's one of the top ones in our data. So that's going to keep going on. And I think if there's more opportunity for the public out there to buy a new home, a new stick-built home, because the rates are plummeting, there's going to be more buying going on. And so there'll be more, as a result, more mobile homes available. So I see things opening up and getting better in our industry than going in the other direction.
Yeah. Well, this is great.
Agree.
Yeah. Well, this is great, guys. So anything else that you want to add to anybody out there who's thinking of getting into this whole world of mobile home investing? What should they be prepping for, thinking through?
I think one of the things is to take a look at our we've recorded dozens and dozens of courses, and we've got some free stuff on YouTube, all kinds of good pointers and tips on how to flip mobile homes. And so now that a lot of us are stuck at home, or at least the next month probably, it's a good time to do some studying and some watching some videos, and fire as many questions back at us as you want. We'll answer as many as we can. And we do have a Monday through Friday morning live webinar, and our partners jump on every day. And it's a great place to really dive in and watch how we acquire our homes, watch how we assess our homes, learn how we flip them and sell them. And we cover A to Z in these webinars. So it's a good place to really come and join the team and participate.
Yeah, I agree. I would add to that, that if you jump on our webinar, especially, what Dan just explained in the mornings, like we had Lori this morning ask the group, or ask Dan and I, what other areas can we find mobile homes? And we had, like 6 or 7 other ideas that came up, and that came from the partners. So that's what's really great about this, is everybody's pulling for each other. That's why we call everybody partners. It's not, just students, they're partners. And, they're all excited when someone wins and gets their first one, their second one. Heck, we just had, Lou and Rodney partner on a home. They drove together a week or so ago before everything got tied down when they went in and bought a home together. And that just came out of the blue. And, so they shared the risk, and they're going to share the rewards. So you just don't know what's going to show up when you join, but I can tell you, you're going to feel like a team. You're going to get coached and developed in real scenarios. We had one of our guys today was, did a FaceTime on a home that he did a walkthrough. Now, nobody was there. He went through it alone. Took precautions and all that, but he drove over, and we all got to see the walkthrough of that home at the same time. And that's unprecedented. Just today's technology allows us to do this from any area of the country or world, for that matter. And we've taken advantage, of that.
Wow. That's a great point. What's available now in terms of just being able to walk through a home, that's hundreds or thousands of miles away without having to be there.
Right. Yeah. We one of our partners in down there in Georgia, she did a walkthrough with me on FaceTime, and then her son, who's a little bit younger and sturdier, was able to climb up on the roof and walk that through for me, and so it was a live inspection. We weren't even thinking about doing that kind of stuff, Dan, were we, back in 2007 when we started the company? So in many ways, we've been preparing for this isolation, stay-at-home order for years without really knowing it. We've been preparing for it, and here we are. So we're still full steam ahead for the most part. We're pausing and we're being more selective right now on acquisitions, but we're not going to stop looking at all. It's full steam ahead.
That's great. So I'm going to kind of put you guys on the spot here, but would you guys be open to anybody that's watching this video this week be able to have free access to that morning webinar?
Yeah.
Okay.
We would do that.
I think it would just be this week. And once the week's over, if you're not a paying member, you're not in Easy Homes University, we'll avail many other resources to you, but that webinar will give you at least a behind the scenes type of thing that's happening on a daily basis for the students that have joined the course.
Yep, absolutely. I think at least a 7-day offer. Yep. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll even extend it, but I think at least a 7-day offer is in the works.
Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. That's an awesome offer. I want you guys, if you're watching this video live or any point this week, so this is today's the 30th, so the week of March 30th, if you just leave interested in as a comment on the Facebook channel, we will send you or leave you information as to how to join that daily webinar, and you'll have free access all this week, possibly even longer, but it has to be this week. So make sure you respond. If you see this video next week, unfortunately, that offer is gone, but this is free. You don't have to do anything. Just join in. And what you're going to hear, give us a glimpse of some of the things that you guys go through in those morning webinars.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, basically we talk about each deal that, everybody's working on. Dan and I, different people in our group, our partners. So we'll walk through different phases. If it's a home that we've already bought, we talk about what our strategy is to sell it. We might even launch it right there on the spot to the hundreds and thousands of buyers. We will review homes that different partners have found, and they want to get some feedback. I mean, we make sure they offer the right price, so there's an opportunity to make a good margin. We go through, we look at pictures constantly, and just by the photos, after looking at, if we bought over 1,600 mobile homes in our career, that means we had to look at like 5 times that. So with that knowledge, we can look at photos and we can determine where soft spots are at, problem areas. And, I'm always amazed at how keen the eye is. But after you walk through so many homes, we can flush those out and tell our partners to ask the sellers about those. And, we're not right all the time, but, it's a high percentage that we are. And it's enlightening to the partners to kind of get educated just the photos and gets them to be smarter.
Yeah. It's a great time to we spend again. And occasionally we do talk about some of our favorite recipes that we like to cook up on our Traeger grill. So it's not all, serious business stuff. We do get off
around
some interesting topics. And obviously this coronavirus epidemic or pandemic going through our world, that we do talk about that a little bit. And, we've got a lot of partners that are isolated at home right now from all over parts of the country. And, that fellowship, that camaraderie is important to help us get through this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. So we do have Doral Hammonds watching. She just asked that. She said she's from California. The market here is too high. Where should I go buy? To your guys' points, you guys are buying anywhere in the U.S. I mean, you guys, there are restrictions in different states, but you guys are able to navigate purchases in states all over.
That's a great question. We have Lori who's out in Oregon. She's in Washington State, and she looks for deals to partner with us on all across the country. So, your physical location, and I know California is a very ritzy market, and a lot of those mobile homes are priced out of sight. So I would recommend that she maybe start looking at the Nevada market, get on Facebook Marketplace, look at Arizona, and just some of the neighboring states. Even if she can't necessarily go and look at the home herself, we have ways to get inspectors to these homes to do an inspection. If the deal is sweet enough and has a great potential, we'll make it work.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
That's great. Well, so, if listeners, if you were to go and hire these guys for one-to-one coaching over the next week, it would be upwards of $5,000 plus all the course material, 30 modules of course material, all of the webinar access, all that stuff costs a significant amount of money. So to be able to get them as basically personal coaches, now they don't get one-to-one time with every person that's on these morning webinars, but it exceeds thousands of dollars in value. And for them to be giving this away for free, I think is a golden opportunity for you to really see the nuts and bolts of what's happening behind the scenes. So if you're serious about investing in mobile homes and doing it from a wholesale perspective, meaning what these guys are doing is they're purchasing them, they're flipping them, they're not having to fix them up, and they're just selling them to a buyer at possibly in another park or another location. And they're not doing some of the other things that you see other people doing in this market. So it's a unique angle that I think you would be completely missing a golden opportunity here if you didn't at least just ask for that information. So Doral, go to easyhomesuniversity.com/webinar, and you can see all the information to your question about the pricing, some of the other opportunities that are there and everything that comes with it. So So yeah, I appreciate you guys taking some time out to speak to the growing audience. I mean, we've got about 850 subscribers right now, and we're really hoping to cross that 1,000 mark this week or next. And so we'll have to do this more often. I think it's helpful, and I know I appreciate your guys' time, and I know our subscribers will as well. So
You're very welcome. It was our pleasure.
yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, thank you guys. So once again, go to easyhomesuniversity.com/webinar. If you want free access just this week only to their morning daily webinars, just type interested into the comment section of this video. It's only good for the weekend of March 30th. Once that week is up, unfortunately, we're not going to have that. So try to get in earlier in the week. You'll get more access, more further out during the week, and you'll get more opportunity to just see what the nuts and bolts of this market are. So thanks, and everyone have a good day.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Can you keep this up, Gary?
Yeah, let me end live, and then we'll connect after.
All right.